Okay, here's a quick example of, I made a little clearing in the forest. I'm going to give a quick example of how to make massive trees. Anyone can make a normal sized tree, but we won't. Every now and then you see these really big monster trees, and you can actually make them. Basically, you plant 4 trees in a pattern, a little square like that. Hit one with some bone meal. Then take your shears. Now these other ones aren't going to grow because there's not enough space above them. But if you shear this off and hit now there's room for this one to grow because there's nothing in its way. So if you hit this one, it merges together with that tree and produces, again, for each log it can support more leaves. So as you do this with more and more of these baby trees, they really will just weave together into uber trees. But again, at each step of the way, it needs to have room to grow. Hit it. Hit it. Whoa, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. We now have an even bigger tree. And now this last one just needs to go. Clear some room, clear some space, hit them with the... Alright. Now we have a nice 4 wide tree, which should eventually can grow to fairly enormous heights. This growth has changed. To the earlier Minecraft, this would have been a very large tree already. But, you know, it keeps evolving. We'll have to see. Certainly up until about 1.1, that would have grown into a large tree all by itself. But even once a tree is grown, we can just keep mutating it. Here's a fun little thing to do. You can actually go up here, put dirt on the top, plant another tree, whoop, grow the other tree. Now you got a tree way the heck up there. And then guess what? You fill in with wood. And then you can put some of the leaves back on there. I think these are leaves from a totally different tree. No, it's the right kind. And you can actually build some pretty big and wacky and wild tree conglomerations this way. Likewise, as long as... Oop, there's another one. We can put some dirt there. Some dirt. You just want to stay back when you hit these with the bone meal. So there we go. This is a massive tree again because it's connecting to a larger network of logs. You're getting a massive tree. With massive trees are ones that have these branches coming off the side. Again, for aesthetics, I like to go back and fill in the dirt with actual log. Now, who's to say you have to stop there? Oh, in 1.4.2, I think, logs can go sideways, just so you know. What I'm doing here is I am building a branch, and then out on my branch, I put dirt, I put sapling, hit sapling with bone meal, fill in with wood, and sometimes when you come down to the ground, look at it aesthetically, it will be a little weird. And sometimes you just have to come up here and hide some of the patchwork with some leaves from your stash of leaves. And, well, let's take a look at it. Here we go, heading back down. You can always elevator back up. And I mean, already, look at this gigantic tree. And you're just free to sculpt it any way you want. Here I'm beating the leaf with I'm beating the tree with part of itself. But yeah, you're welcome to get in here and expose some of the trunk of the tree. There's a free animal for me. Expose the trunk of the tree, and if you play with it enough, like I say, you can stack trees on top of other trees, and we already have a giant. Now let me go to my Uber tree project. You'll get a kick out of this. I'll be right back. Okay, I ran a little bit back towards my main village, and we're approaching my Uber tree project, and there he is. This is a case of all kinds of stuff. The base, I mean, even these outlying trees like banyans, I had them, I started in the center, just building the base of it by hand, and once I had a ton of wood, I built these on little pylons and had them grow up and merge into that tree. I even put down into the water, I put little roots off to the side. So there's roots going down into the water. There's just animals running around, and here it is. Let's go on a quick tour. You really can weave trees together, and if you have the right ratio, they will actually be stable. You know, at first some leaves will drop off, or maybe you'll have to add some leaves in to make it look better. But here's a case where each of these branches was built by hand, and then here you can see I planted a tree, sprouted the tree, and again over here, plant the tree, sprout the tree, and they do all merge together into a very interesting algorithm. Let's go up one more level. Tree weaving. Here's my upper deck. Again, that's a handmade branch. Planted a tree, hit it with the bone meal, and that grew, and then I sort of covered up some of the work with leaves. Here's another one that was planted and sprouted. Another handmade branch. Let's go up and check this out. So again, these handmade branches and a tree planted, sprouted from there, and grew extra big. My center area, this was again 4 trees at the top, planted and sprouted. And we can even go up there, get an even better look at the area. So, tree weaving. It's an interesting pastime. There's a tree growing out of a branch. This is my topmost tree. And this is the ultimate view position here. And this is all stable. This is not in a process of decaying. And you can literally see the world from up here. So there is my uber tree. And this all starts, you can build a wood frame, plant trees on top and let them sprout, or start with one tree and naturally grow it on top of another. And it's rather a art form. Brought to you by the strange logistics of Minecraft. And why don't you go see what you can make? See you next time.